Welcome to Unit 3. In Unit 3, we're going to learn how to present data using charts. Charts are a much easier way of looking at data, and you can easily recognize trends, etc. So in Unit 3.1, we're going to learn how to create a chart. The most important part of creating a chart is your data and the way that you highlight it. So your first step in creating a chart is to highlight the data that you want to see on the chart. You may have noticed that I'm leaving the totals out in this case because I'm comparing month on month, January to February to March to April, and so the totals have no relevance in this particular chart. Remember that you must highlight the areas here on the left and the months at the top, because if you left them out, the graph wouldn't make any sense. Your next step is to go to your Insert tab, and over here you'll see all the different chart types. Your column chart, your line chart, and your pie chart are probably the most commonly used charts. Your line chart you generally use to show an upward or a downward trend, whereas a column chart is a little bit more detailed. So in this case, I'm going to use a column chart. Let's click on the down arrow there. And you have various different ones, 3D ones, etc. As I'm choosing them, you will see the preview beneath my drop-down list here. So let's choose the first one. Let's just adjust this value here, just to even out the graph a bit. And here's my graph. In order to move it, you can just drag anywhere from the middle, drag across. To size it, the best place to size any graphic is from the corner because it keeps it in proportion, so let's make it a little bit bigger. Alternatively, the other way of creating a graph would be to highlight. You could push your F11 key and that would create the chart on a new sheet. The methods to modify the graph, whether you use the insert ribbon or F11, are the same. Right, so let's do something with this chart. To click on it, you will get your chart tools up here at the top where you have two ribbons, Design and Format. What you may want to do is, at the moment, this particular graph we're looking at it by region. So this region and then this region and this region with the various months. But what if I wanted to see who did the best in January or February? I would need to switch the graph around. In order to do this, in your Design ribbon, you have an option to say Switch Row Column. Let's click on that and see what happens. As you can see now, we're comparing the various regions within the month of January, February, March, April. This is quite a common thing that you would need to do. Sometimes when you create your graph the first time, it's not giving you the information the way you want it to view. You don't need to change anything in your raw data, you just need to switch the row or column. Remember that the data and the chart are linked. So if I wanted to change KZN to North, for example, you'll notice it changed straight away on the chart, so the two of them are linked. In our next section, we're going to learn how to modify this chart.